All right, here we go. It's Friday, people. Let's get the show on the road. Now, a greeting, a big, huge, absolutely gobsmacking hello, Port Harcourt type of greeting to all of you right now. Those of you have been sending me hi on WhatsApp. Hello, my ninjas. How you doing? Airtime lovers, how are you? Hello. Okay, Inchoba, James, Irumo Dumaya. Hi. Mrs. Ade, hi. Justice, hi. A lot of you are saying hi this morning. Franklin, it's Sisong Wilson. Hellos to you. Favor in Rupaku. Hello. Chiagoze, hello to you. Frederick, hello. And another James here. Frank also saying hello. Chinedu, hello. Chichi. What's going on? Where are the Salisus? Where are the Ahmedus? Where's Ahmed? Where are those? Are you saying, we don't have Waziris and all the other people are listening to us? What's going on? Anywho, more about that later. I will just randomly pick one of these people. I don't know. So many. Okay, we're looking at 30 odd messages now. I don't know. I'll probably just pick like maybe the first two or maybe the last two. I don't know. I'll just do something during the break. Now, let's talk about tax forces in Rivers State, your jolly old place, Port Harcourt in particular. Now, one of the most embarrassing things that happened in this state, absolutely embarrassing, and it's sad to say this, that even after it happened, not a lot was done. There were like 1 or 2 arrests that were made, and I'm talking about the 2020 tax force on restriction. Remember, at that time, during the lockdown, the former governor, Wike, sent a task force so that they would make sure that the government's protocol on COVID would be enforced. That means only those who were going to be distributing food, medical supplies, and the other things like that would be allowed to travel interstate. But guess what some of those task force members were doing? They were some soldiers were also recorded, and policemen also. They were now extorting these men and women who were going around the country trying to get food distributed to you, and you. That happened. Only about 1 or 2. There's one occasion when they sent a monetary team to go and make sure that they were. Apart from that, nothing else happened. All right. Then let's talk about the tax forces that you are very used to in this particular state. A few years ago, about 6 years ago, when the River State tax was on illegal street trading was formed, and then there was a big fanfare about it because over 15, about 25 or 30 vehicles were purchased by the government. By that time, they were Ford Ranger pickup trucks. Some of you remember them. Yeah, you still see them white. And then the first thing that happened was when they started working, people couldn't believe how free Rumokoro was. They couldn't believe it. They're like, can you imagine? We've been living like animals, wild, unrestrained animals. This tax force cleared the roads, all right? And then people could actually drive through. You could actually see where the park was. You could actually go where you want. Obviously, there was some resistance because some of you don't like progress. Some of you like, no. It's we'll stand on this road. But, that happened. And then they evolved. They went around clearing several big problem areas in Port Harcourt. But then another dastardly thing happened. They metamorphosized to becoming extortion perfectionists, carrying people's food items. Yes, I know people have been found. Don't get me wrong. Some of you are guilty as heck. Don't sell on the road. No, this road I won't sell. They confiscate your product. Then you start shouting, which kind of work now they do? Person when they suffer. No problem. But they told you don't sell here. You refuse to listen. But that was not the problem. The problem was that some of these men would confiscate items, rice, granite, whatever, and then they will eat it. That was a crime. Nothing was done, or at least to the public eye. Now I got to see them on, which day did I work again? I think it was on Monday or Tuesday, around 6 p.m. Right? It was drizzly, if you remember. At the location junction, there were 2 vehicles. so that nobody says I'm making this up. There were 2 vehicles. These task force individuals, I don't know if they were constituted by the new CTC chairman, but they were there. And then guess what they were doing? With their, high visibility jackets and the whatnot, right? They were going around the traders on the roads. The same thing that they criticize the community boys for doing, they were doing it. Oh yeah, madam, give me money. I stood very casually and I watched them. Oh, I watched. In fact, I went so close. I stood beside one of the women who had just brought out her perfumes to sell at about that time. I just they come out. So said the woman. And then this young man, we just give us money. Give you money for what exactly? And don't forget, because of the actions, or rather, faulty actions of these men, right? We've had accidents and fatalities. It led to the disbandment. Now, this is starting all over again. My question is, what exactly do we need to do in this state so that task force members can actually do what they're meant to do? And I have to say this, almost every single member of the task force I saw on that Monday, they didn't look happy. They really didn't look happy.
Views and opinions shared on this program do not represent the position of Nigeriainfo FM. Nigeriainfo, let's talk.
And now, hello Port Harcourt with Jude on 92.3 Nigeriainfo.
017-923-0002. 017-923-0002. WhatsApp is 0809-030-6416. 0809-030-6416. At Nigeriainfo PH. At Nigeriainfo PH is where you find us on Facebook and on X. Miro is on the line from Okrika. Good morning to you, Miro.
Hi, Jude. Good morning.
Good morning.
It's Friday.
Indeed it is.
It's good. There is this popular saying that you can't control Nigerians, honestly. You can only stop them. Jude, when I looked at, not been to the U.S. before, but when I look at their videos, when I look at their roads, you see, I don't really see this media we put on our roads. I don't see it. And they just put lines to indicate that this lane, you don't turn on this lane. You don't just go straight to this lane. Yeah, you can turn. But in our Nigerian roads, if you put those lanes, it will not work. They will not hear you. In fact, as you're putting them, the paint have not dried. They will just turn around. So that is the reason why they have to put medians, to block it so that people will not pass. Otherwise, it's impossible. So you cannot control Nigerians, you can only stop them. That's good. On the Rumokoro market, do you know what they do? They'll just collect foodstuffs. They'll collect fish, they'll collect meat. At the back of their van, you will see it. You will see palm oil, you will see things, you will see drinks. At the end of the day, they don't come back, they just too much. They don't come back, you see the same. Food, you see, when I said food, and they say, I don't think somebody told me, say, this food, their house, they need a lot to go.
That's what?
So,
wow.
If they don't do that, they pour kerosene on the food stuff of the market today. If you don't give them, they'll pour kerosene, to spoil your food. This is what's happening. This good. These people need to be stopped.
Felix is Nozoba. Felix, good morning to you.
Yes, good morning.
Good morning.
Good morning.
Welcome, please.
Thank God, Brian.
It is.
Yeah, I was talking about Nigerians and traffic.
Not just traffic, no. We're talking about task force members in Port Harcourt in particular. What needs to make them change?
Yes, task force. Yeah, where you park and not love. My sister just made mention of America. Mr. Jude, please, have you visited Bonny before?
I haven't, interestingly.
Oh, good. If you visit Bonny, and you're opportunity to go to the train 7 that is ongoing now. If you're driving on the road, there's a traffic light that will tell you that you've drove beyond 10 kilometers, 15 kilometers, and others. And you don't park anyhow. You don't park anyhow. And by the time you park anyhow, you will advise yourself that you don't need to park here or you don't need to misbehave. So I believe what Nigeria needs is just discipline.
Discipline. Where would they buy it? That's the problem.
Nigeriainfo will
So at Nigeriainfo PH, at Nigeriainfo PH is where you find us on Facebook and on X at Nigeriainfo PH. X is the Twitter, then Elon Musk bought it and then changed it to X, okay, just to quickly get us up to speed. So whenever we say X, we're actually referring to the app formerly known as Twitter. All right, good. So at Nigeriainfo PH, at Nigeriainfo PH is where you find us on that platform. Also on Facebook, the handle is at Nigeriainfo PH, at Nigeriainfo PH. Now we're talking about task force here in Port Harcourt in particular, because what you want to call them, LASMA in Lagos, has been steady for the better part of a decade or more. Right, but it doesn't seem to be the case, here in Rivers State. We're talking about the reoccurring problems. Now, we've had issues of some members of these task forces. First and foremost, if we go all the way back to when it was Tima Reeve, and all of that, people complain about the heavy-handedness. Sometimes you could just be parked on the road, right? Maybe you put on your hazard light or whatever, and then these boys, and what always used to really infuriate people is that these people come down and then they make all sorts of allegations. They levy it against you. And maybe because of their numbers, a lot of people find it difficult to, some of them are listening to us now. Some of them are even in their 50s or 60s. They're still doing the same job they did 20 years ago without any modicum of progress or improvement. This tax force issue is a multifaceted challenge. We cannot ignore this any longer. So people have been given the authority to make sure certain parts, not just certain, all parts of the streets are either cleaned up or, as it were, are not being, violated by, miscreants such as you and you who go and sell okra and whatever on the road. Oh, Nigeria is bad. How women we do, Madam, Oga, they've said, why don't you stay here? And by the way, street trading, if you look at the law, it says illegal street. So that means there are legal ways. There are certain places that you can go, and actually have it. But let's just say because we're still, evolving, right? We haven't had so much work done. But civility demands that, look, if they say don't stay here, I shouldn't stay here. I can stay at this corner and maybe do what I need to do. Then comes the task force members who harass people. You often hear, in fact, why don't we let's not take my word for it. Why don't we I'll get the report and play for you, right? Let's do that. But before I go on, the question we're asking, as we discuss this recurring challenges of tax forces in Rivers State, why do they in this state get disbanded frequently? Why? I don't think I've seen any other area. I could be wrong. Please correct me. I'm not trying to make a general statement here. But the frequency with which tax forces in this state get disbanded is legendary. Absolutely legendary. So why? Why can't we stop these reoccurring problems? Why can't we have, a situation where whatever name they give to it is as organized? And I'm not saying Last Mile Lagos is a perfect example, but would you compare their level of organization to that of Port Harcourt? I don't know. 017-923-0002, 0817923-0003, 0817923-0002, 0817923-0003. At Nigeriainfo, PH at Nigeriainfo. PH is where you'll find us on Facebook and on X at Nigeriainfo, PH at Nigeriainfo, PH. As always, turn down the volume of your radio set. Refrain from making derogatory or defamatory comments. Didn't see or hear, do not make mention of it. And very importantly, keep your conversations civil.
The views and opinions shared on this program do not represent the position of Nigeriainfo FM. Nigeriainfo, let's talk.
Stimulating and insightful conversations. Hello, Port Harcourt. 92.3 Nigeriainfo. Let's talk.
Well, 92.3 Nigeriainfo, good morning. Welcome to Hello Port Harcourt.
Mr. Jude.
Good morning.
Jude, please, I want to ask you a question. Is there special people that would call you people to complain something before that issue will be attended to? I just want to know.
That definitely doesn't meet any standards that we have.
Very good. Because I've called you 2 times to complain about this noise that is blaring from this company. People are complaining. We have schools around that area. The government is around there. This morning, the noise was so alarming. I don't know if there are special people that would call Nigeriainfo or any other. But
we don't have the power to stop whatever noise. Our job is basically to complain.
Dude, you people should investigate. I know several times people invite commissioners to your radio station to ask them questions. Why can't people find that from the farm tech, from the commissioner for environment? Is it only political issue that those people will be called for? People should
been noted. Hold on, sir. I remember when you made this comment. This was on Wednesday. It was noted. It was forwarded, and questions have already been asked. The question you should be asking us is: have they given us an answer? Have we heard a report? That's what you should be asking us. But to make it's very unfair. I can understand the emotions, I can understand the vexations, but it is very unfair to accuse this house or any other media house of not doing what is constitutionally approved to do. And it's so unfair because you are discrediting the young men and young women who risk their lives every day going on the streets of Port Harcourt to do these things that you want them to do.
No, Jude, I disagree with you. I'm not accusing you people. I'm just asking a question. I'm not accusing you people. I'm not throwing an allegation. I'm just asking a question. And you have answered me that yes, you people are doing a lot, which I admit. I'm not saying Nigeriainfo or other radio stations are not doing enough. I know you guys are doing your CRO. You are trying a lot. Because it's really vexing to me. That's why
I understand that it's vexing. And to be fair with you, the company in particular that I have heard, all right, the question is, the government knows. The question is, there's something called a hazard payment. I don't know if that's been paid. So that's where the investigation is on right now. People are asking questions.
But I know if this country was working very well, these people would pay people. The decibel of that sound, it is not good for our ears at all.
It's not good for anybody's ears.
Damaging.
It really is.
We have schools around here. We have people doing something around here. It's wrong. Why can't we do things like this? Is it because nobody is in the APC politics here?
No, I don't think so.
Let me talk about the task force. Dude, the task force, I saw that 2 weeks ago. I was surprised. You have to see these vehicles of these guys. Racketing cars. I can't remember seeing any last car in that manner. The frequency these guys are being disbanded shows that these guys are not fit for the job. Dude, these guys are out. Out. If you see them, if you go close to them, they are not well dressed. Their breath are smelling alcoholic beverages. I'm telling you the truth. Those guys are not fit to serve the public.
All right. Promise is in location. We have Magnus in mile 3. Promise, go on, please.
Good afternoon. Good morning, sir.
Good morning.
Okay. About the status of the team. Let me also tell you this morning that I'm aware the first set that this is a status job. So if you can give me a little time, I can explain those things for you.
Okay.
So let me tell you now, I'm a driver to Bright Amegule, which is the status chairman. So if I'm the one that even went to sign those cars at back of government has 29 pieces, not that.
How many pieces?
So we're there. 29 pieces.
29 pieces. Okay. All right. 29 units. Okay.
Yes. So then we now distribute that car to each of the zones, from zone 1 to zone 14. Okay, to zone 13. Then they created zone 14 for the car. They were working together with the zone 13. So what happened is that then I have to give credit to my boss, which is Roberto Amegule. He did a lot of job in terms of to cleanse River State then. 8 years, if I remember, if you go to Rufokoro, I don't know how to say.
No, we know it was bad, but promise. Let's get to the because Joseph is on the line. Let's get to another caller. But the question is, why are these problems still repeating itself? Why do these people turn to extort individuals?
No, what is not still repeating just because of people they get the job now don't even know the job. Now, because I know that go back clean the river. These people are doing the job now. Currently now, they don't know what they are doing. They are just after collecting money from those traders and also collecting money from commercial private people. People who commercial people used to borrow those roads and those market people. This is a major job.
Okay.
I'm telling you.
All right, thank you very much. Joseph is on the line from LML. We have Zion who's just joined in on the queue. Joseph, go on, please.
Mr. Yu, good morning.
Good morning, Joseph.
If you want to talk on the area of disbursement, I want to say that these people are set up for political purpose. So if after the government has left office, the new government will want to compensate the people that supported them into office. So they will likely disband the
tax force.
Set up their own force. That is the reason. Then on the attitude of this task force, the recruitment process is not done properly. These guys that are recruited.
Okay. All right, Joseph. Sorry, Zion, we can get to you now. Welcome, Zion. Good morning.
Yeah, Jude, thank you very much. Good morning.
Good morning.
Sorry, before I go on, actually, that noise from that environment is bad.
It is bad. Very bad.
See, you have not heard it, too.
I have. We went there, Zion. We went there.
Okay, went there, right?
Yes.
You
I heard
bracketed it. Do you know that those buildings at that parameters are not safe in the next 5 years to come? But at least the government of Rivers State would have made a public announcement. When you hear this noise, do not be afraid. It's a company doing this. We are doing that. We are aware. But there is nothing like that. I'm a proponent of Governor Fubara. Supported totally with money, everything. But we are not going to support when things are going wrong. The Commissioner of Information is there. The Commissioner of Health and of Environment is there. Is it not so? The Secretary is there. Is it not so? So are they not responsible enough to do what they ought to do? To a large extent, even the media team to the governor, they are so lazy. They are not doing their job. That is why people have the strength to be attacking that government like that. To the discourse, this task force, the reason they are created, as in the purpose they were created, they are not given a pure definition. There is what to call modus operandi. This is how we are going to operate. Number one. Number two, who are you recruiting to do this job? These guys you recruited, are they educated enough to interact with the public? Were they trained? Were they exposed to human interaction? Or you just look at one abandoned area where guys are smoking, come and be tax force. They will not last 6 months. Because their mentality is not to do a job to cleanse the environment. All the purpose of that task force is here to come and cause more mayhem. Now we there, we will scatter anything, do anything, nothing will happen. Can you see this mentality? All like this, no, don't sell here. The law says no. We are here to stop you. Shift your things this way. Don't pack this way. Until we start engaging the right people. We are now using LASMA as a case study. And tomorrow we blame Lagos. They are coming to take away our opportunity. When you are not educated enough to sustain your property, what do you expect others to do?
All right.
So if this administration wants to sustain a tax force like LASMA, train them. We want the initial Timan Riviere. Do you see the attitude of Timan Riviere in Rivers State? They became kidnappers. They terrorizes you. People are afraid
to drive out. True.
I'm telling you.
True.
Terrorizing people. And we stood up and they banned them. Now another one came. You have carried people are selling something. You will destroy the whole food. Pour kerosene on them. Mash them.
I couldn't believe.
Carry battle.
Well, Zion, we heard that from Muriel. But have you actually seen that before?
I told you I'm an eyewitness in GRUA here. I have to come down from the car. I am my guy. You people must stop this nonsense. Not once, not twice.
That's terrible. That's terrible, Zion. Sorry, let's hear from Ibiso. Ibiso has been waiting for 3 minutes. Ibiso, good morning to you, please.
Good morning.
Good morning. This is terrible.
It's Friday.
It's Friday. Wow, but man, people are scared.
Dude.
Yes, please.
Lagos task force is more organized than River State. Let me give you an example. In Lagos, the task force, they are doing their work. It's not that they are 100% good, but they are doing their work according to what they ask them to do. Now, Jude, River State task force only is community service. Help me and help you. Because when they do the wrong thing, you complain, they will still leave them there. Go to Lagos. Once they task force the default, you discipline them before that person like this into. And dude, if why I say look, they are more organized. Go to this their BLC service. Do you know that a driver, a conductor cannot take money from any passenger? You must tender your card, like ATM card. And if there is no money in that card, if for example now Rumo Sida Nigeriainfo Junction is a bus stop that is a terminal, they will maybe take it from the Obripode, and when they get to that Nigeriainfo Junction bus stop, they must make sure that you buy the card electronically, so they will transfer it to you, and you pay to the bus. They don't allow the drivers nobody to take money from anybody. And you know that is more. They are organized.
More organized.
Come to our place here. You see a task force. They say that their office is at Marine Base. No office. Marine Base on the side. They will see their car, take a car. If you get a car fast, it will be the glory. And everything is happening every day, and the people are complaining. You see somebody that will be shooting a driver on steering. And the police are helping us because they are doing it to these boys. I complained to you last week that they will call all these small bus drivers to come and take them for task force work. They will pay them 10,000 for their bus. And it's happening. They are seeing them. If they arrest them today, tomorrow they will come and they can see.
So where do these policemen, where do they get them from? Are they real policemen or are they just wearing fake uniforms?
See, Jude, let me give you the clue what is happening. Now, for example, they post a policeman to Nigeriainfo, the MD of Nigeriainfo, to guide the MD. And when the MD travel, they are still there on that beat. Now, this person go and meet them or got job bill. Now, the officer have already transferred them to Nigeriainfo MD. Now, they will leave that in that place and go for this illegal work. You understand? They are not going to the police station to go and get these people. They will meet that people and approach them. They will follow them to that job. So, in case of anything happen, you see policemen will first run away because they know that is illegal work.
Oh, I see.
They are guiding Nigeriainfo MD, and anything happen, they stand there. What the superior will ask them, what happened to this MD when you are here? Now they will say, but this illegal work, they will run and leave these illegal people for them to arrest them. So that is what they are doing.
All right.
The police, they are meeting the DPO to assign people to them.
All right, Ibizo, thank you very much. We need to read messages. All right, apologies. We need to read messages and also get to the social media pages. All right, X at Nigeriainfo, PH at Nigeriainfo. PH, please, is where you'll find us at Nigeriainfo, PH at Nigeriainfo, PH. Why do you think you have frequent disbandment of tax forces here in Nigeria? It's not in Nigeria, sorry, in Port Harcourt in particular, in Rivers State in particular. And then what can be done to stem the tide? People need to be confident in this institution. See, it's very worrisome. I need to say this so I don't lose my train of thoughts and before I get back to taking your calls and having you join the conversation. It's very worrisome that we live in a time where some people actually feel safer and feel that they are going to get some measure of justice if they were to report issues to a vigilante service, as opposed to getting to see constituted authority. Because I don't understand why I personally wouldn't begrudge or be upset if I see a task force member doing his job. He's constituted to do so. But I see some of you challenge them. I see some of you even jump. I don't know. I'm not the only one. I hope I'm not the only one who has seen this. But I've seen that vehicle, talking about the pickup trucks, in motion, and somebody just running across the road. Say, Alpha, why not they go? Now they go outside. And they go. He just jumped in. Boom. He obviously wasn't a member of the team, but it was kind of like, okay, let's give him a free ride. I don't have a problem with giving people free rides, but it seems as though this is a regular occurrence. I know it's not just anybody. Oh, I know, I know that our village boy be that now. Our community boy be that. That's perversion of justice. Hey, what do I know? 0809-030-6416. 0809-030-6416. Someone says, PH, good morning, Jude. Oh, yes, good morning to you. Thank you. All right, now, tax forces in River State. What would you expect if you populate a tax force with disgruntled and deprived, and hungry and depraved individuals? Screen and train the persons that will make up a tax force. I rest my case. Thanks. Abo Karibo. Thank you very much. Jude, nothing. The average Nigerian feels proud to break the law. The people who appointed them should talk to them continually just to calm their rascality. Appoint a new crew, and in a few months' time, they'll be worse than the former one. Organ, with that particular comment. Thank you very much. Jude, 2019 tax force frustrated my cab business. Come to the front of Obiakpo Council now in the evening, and you see our Nigerian police with 5 checkpoints collecting money from motorists. Unduka from Rupoku. Jude, there is nothing that can be done to stop the madness caused by the tax force because these tax force are a means to settle some political thugs. Therefore, the tax force must look for ways to enrich themselves. Brackner from Woji. 017-923-0003, 0817-923-0003. These are the numbers, or that's the number you can use to have a conversation with us this morning. Please join in. We would love to get to hear from you. All right. Okay, Fidelis Oluomachi says, hello Jude, Fidelis here. I'm texting from Abia State, I beg your pardon. Please, the government should do something about this issue, talking about tax force and the reoccurring problem. Something should be done. All right, this one says, hi Jude, my take on this, using the famous quote, power tends to corrupt and absolute power corrupts absolutely. When they go out to work, they do and overdo. And there is no team collaboration with different tax forces in every nook and cranny of the state. We can't identify which tax force is real and genuine. A lot of tax forces have come and gone. More will come and go because there is no proper measure in place. Plus prayers and curses being rained on this thing called tax force by market women and poor traders. Lagos will stand on top in everything now. Chiagoze. So you are raining curses. Like I said, I watched them on Monday. And from my own vantage point, all right, there was no physical altercation. They came, mommy, give us money. I was like, what? What are they giving the money for? On the road at 6 p.m. And then the women, all three, and this was a location junction. Once again, look, it's the most brilliant thing to just be able to walk in the midst of people and just be totally, incognito, just ambiguous, just a normal person. And I just stood by watching. I stood beside the woman. I was looking at this young person. But give us money. I know, guys, we should be giving our money for waiting. See me, my market just come. See my post. What do you want to collect? Nothing there. Where's that? This woman. They went to the next woman. The woman said the same thing. If one of them even carried a bucket, a plastic bucket filled with puff, and he was walking away with it. And then the woman shouted, the woman not there yet. You want to carry a market go? Which kind of nonsense be this now? Bring the market, come back. And then one of the boys now told the guy who took the bucket, drop him. In my mind, I was like, so at 6:30 in the evening, you were very confident in yourself that you were doing the right thing to carry a bag, a bucket of puff home or to the office. To what? To document as evidence? Mind-boggling. Anyway, thank you. It may seem that they will continue to be disbanded if, according to Abu Karibo, you continue to carry disgruntled and depraved individuals into the system. Anyway, we'll take a breather now. News coming up your way in just about 5 minutes, and after that, we test your brains.